Alright, as people are loading in, I'll go through the premises of today's mission. So this is the first SOG mission for the Argentine and Angle campaign. So do note the airfield we're spawning at is a debug airfield. Its location and control by the US government is purely so I have a place to start you guys off on. But today, you're going to be doing a reconnaissance mission on an enemy-controlled airfield. The background for it is U.S. forces detected some sort of engagement, or I guess heard about, specifically the CIA, heard of some sort of engagement that happened within Argentina between what was described to potentially be Soviet forces and local Argentinian forces. The Argentinian government has been very quiet about it, and the CIA is suspicious of some sort of Soviet coup taking place. So, an SOG team has been sent to assess the military capabilities of this airfield, which appears to be the main airfield in the region. They are specifically looking for any Soviet-based equipment or technology that would constitute as AKMs, older SKS rifles, Mosins, helicopters such as Mi-2s, Soviet tanks, Soviet trucks. Actually, I can't. No, for the record, no trucks because I am using those as a debug thing. So not the trucks, but everything else I just mentioned is fair game. If they confirm, bless you, boo. If they confirm a Soviet presence here, the mission will be to sabotage something critical to the airfield. Fuel depots, communications equipment such as radar installations or radio towers, or aircraft in the form of MiGs or Mi-2s or anything that might be here, or ammo depots. So any ammo trucks you find, blowing those up will get you a bonus. So I would pack a lot of demo. But otherwise, I would also recommend you go in suppressed. So you can put suppressors on a few different guns. Or you can take an integrally suppressed weapon like the M50, or no, it's the M45 Swedish submachine gun. I'll forget the exact one, but you'll have a very, it's not a full arsenal, but, you know, a full arsenal that has all the gear for Vietnam era stuff. But otherwise, this is one life, and you will choose your LZ location. Anywhere, I want to say outside of that circle is fair game. I would avoid the SSRs. And I would also avoid anywhere around this one military position I circled, because that would put you in close. But a Huey will be able to have you take you all in, and then once you're ready to go, a Huey can come in and extract you anywhere. Just note, if you're going to extract on the airfield, if there's any AA positions or anyone with an Igla or a Strela, they are taken out, because if your evac goes down, you're kind of SOL. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, I think that is it for the brief. Any questions?
What kind of equipment and arms are the Argentine forces using?
We do not know, actually. They haven't told us anything about it, but we know they shouldn't have any Soviet-era equipment. Maybe they will if there was an actual coup, but again, we're just trying to assess what's going on here. So it's going to be very critical for you to have someone with a long-range radio to be radioing me what you find over 5-0 so I can deem if it'll be necessary to do any demolitions. Or we might just find out there's nothing up here, and I might just order you to pull out, and that'll be that. Do note, whatever was taken in the first two missions is probably going to be on that airfield. That's an out-of-character note. So, again, the campaign builds off of each other in terms of the missions, but that's a good question. Any other questions?
What's the Argentines' tracker ability like? Will they hear us land and come in after us? Or
As long as you land outside of the two circled areas, you'll be fine. We think they might have some radar capabilities, but if we fly the helicopters low enough, helicopter low enough, it should be fine. Any other questions? All right, I'm going to push this through. There should be 2 arsenals down. Feel free to start making your kits. Should take you no more than 15 minutes. And then start making your plan, and we'll start when you're ready. Good luck.
Video game. Videojuegos.
All right. So your arsenals, there's our chopper when you're ready to go. Also, as a recommendation, since we have a black team, a green team, and a tiger team, if you want to, you can give yourself different looking uniforms to distinguish. The community I base this style of operation off of does it that way, but I mean, it's free form. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yep, if you're in Tiger, you get Tiger Stripe.
If they're in green, that can wear something that's got green.
Oh yeah, and then this time of day will be staying like this. If not, it'll be slightly, or getting slightly darker at least, so keep that in mind. Let's see.
Question, what was first team again? Green?
For the sake of the fly-in, and then global skill. And then I want to keep incredibly low for now. Alright. You guys need anything, just call me over 50 or tap my shoulder. I'm gonna just make sure the AO's ready to go. Right. Oh, I forgot to disable the pathing of you. Oh well, I can do that now. That would be abilities, path. Cool. Oh, the dreaded draglich. I don't know if that's tied to my mouse sensitivity or what, but good God, that really likes to mess around with me. But otherwise, answering questions. What years is based off of? So the 1960s. I don't have exact dates and timelines because I don't want to go super hard in the research, but it's meant to be 1960s era, or I guess circa, whatever you want to call it. So right now I'm just going to build the patrols here. But this is the first SOG mission of about 5 or 6 I have planned. And then I need to make some patrol cars as well. And this is just me making the outer patrol here, which is going to take a while. But yeah, while they're, you know, spending time building the kits, I can do this. So yeah, it's probably going to be about 30 minutes till we even start this operation here, so. How's everyone doing? Why is everyone using AKs? Because it's 1960s, they would have access to such weaponry, should they choose to take them. More so because the default kits spawned with them. If you're asking about the enemy kits mainly have Kar 98s and SKSs. We'll go over targets of this AO. I just have to build this really, really big wide patrol. Is there a hole in the fence? Ah, whatever. I can just have a patrol up here. And then cut in this way. Perfect. Alright, and then the remaining patrols are going to be a bit smaller, but that's A-okay. I want to have a 2-man patrol out here. And then maybe some cars as well. Yeah. Oh, you're fine, Yuxel. I mean, you're not... I don't consider you an idiot, my guy.
So
It's,
let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
you know, that style of campaign, it's just, you know, a lot of the longer running campaigns, and even this one will eventually be called into question of whether or not the players want to keep playing it, which is why I have to make sure I keep it interesting, which is why I have a lot of fancy features tied to it. But, no, it's all good, man. Besides, with the sheer amount of content I have to manage, a lot of stuff often does get misplaced, so, you know. What can I do? Yeah, I'm gonna put my light on just so it's a little easier for my silly little eyes to look at everything. I'm debating, is there anywhere else I want to do a 2-man patrol? Probably around the radar position itself. But yeah, there's a few different targets here that will affect the campaign based off of how things go. The tells here are mainly the MI2s that are not destroyed because they towed all the wrecks up here. But this is a 1 life op, yes. Yeah, right out, Slashy. I'm not sure if afterwards I will potentially do a DayZ stream just to like experiment with the kit I want to give the players for the Friday event. I've got my mutant stuff all pat down pretty well. It's just now I gotta think like what do I want to do for whatchamacallit. How do I want to build that menu? You know what I mean? I'm still working on AO picks, but I mean let me check my Discord real quick. Wow, that is a lot of stuff. Okay. Noticed the past few days I've had a lot more DMs than usual, so it's been a gigantic tidal wave of things I've been having to deal with. Let's see. Above the pole. So yeah, I'm gonna have like 20 people, so I have to do something in Essaker. So I probably will walk around Essaker just to figure out what I want to do with that, but good golly. I think in terms of 2-man patrols, let's do one more kind of like interior patrol right here. And we should be good. But this is kind of to get the US's foot in the door, or at least in terms of interest, to start them doing operations while the German campaign arc is going. And then there might either be more SOG missions or even some Soviet Special Forces missions. That one I'm still working on, which I can't guarantee will happen. But, you know, again, it's just a bunch of things I'm considering. Because, again, I like telling a story from multiple different fronts for missions like this. But, all right, one last thing I do want, though, is I want to have a car here looking at the road. I can do a nice circular patrol with this car. Can I only put 3 people in you? Apparently, I can only put 3 people in you. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, if I just circle along the... Why are you doing that? Come on. They don't want to drive it. There we go. Yeah, that fixed them. And then some 4-man patrols around where they're actually going to be going. Should be good. There we go. All right, and then, yep. So main weaponry AI are going to be equipped with is a mix of Car 98s and SKSs. Mostly for the patrols, at least in QRF, it's going to be Car 98s, but for a lot of the garrison forces, it's going to just be SKSs or scoped Car 98s to turn them as a marksman rifle or whatnot. Bye, boo. Yeah, so the internal patrol, I definitely, because this is one of the critical areas here. Definitely want that to be under a 4-man guard. I want the internal over here to be a 4-man guard. What's nice about this, too, is, you know, I plan on using these areas over again for, like, either the German arc or something else. So, you know, a lot of this is rebuilt and whatnot. Or, not rebuilt, I guess, no, technically rebuilt, yeah, from the actual AO. But we'll see how things go with that. There's no HVT to eliminate. There will be ops in the future that have stuff like that, but this is just a general reconnaissance mission.
Radio check. Green team. Good check.
Get that off that net there. Verify these guys are set to kill us, hold fire. Alright, so we have Sterling's... Scally's bringing a Sterling, of course he is.
You want? Or just fill up?
Just give me one.
That's a press mark 14.
Got one in there. AD check.
How much do you weigh this?
41.
Wait, are you the medic?
50 check.
Let me see.
I'm the
Let's
medic.
check.
Take that one for you. Keeps you 40.
Name
the bench. Want a kiss, bro?
Oh, always, buddy.
Nice. Oh, is that a 30-round mag? I'm gonna vomit.
If I ever die.
I'm puking. I'm screaming.
How many more ops till we do as the Germans? So
I got a whole bunch of them.
the Germans have, since I have to turn episode or op 2 into like a two-parter because of what happened yesterday. I think they have 5 more missions, 4 or 5 more missions, because we have to finish this front. And then there's either 1 or 2 missions I can do here, or 1 or 2 missions I can do here, and then maybe 1 or 2 missions along here. I'm going to be perfectly honest, it depends on what the SOG team does tonight. Because this mission actually does heavily affect the campaign. What happened yesterday? DOS attack, killed the server, didn't feel like rebuilding it. Rather just looked into some internal security stuff, so, you know. And then they did it today as well earlier, and it's like, whatever. Doesn't really affect things in the long run. It just means I gotta run stuff on more powerful servers that can take the DOS attack, and then we just continue with what the hell we're doing, you know? That's really it. I'll work with what I got. Get an anti-DOS hamster. Yeah, right? If only it were so easy. Let me know when you guys are ready over 5-0. If you have any questions, again, feel free to ask. And make sure you have your LZ selected. AO is ready to go at this point. Over.
Oh, so like you bring the other scope.
I'll just be a little overweight until
yeah,
we
big
get
scope,
encountered.
Yeah, it's a Starlight.
I mean, the point is not.
I don't really think they'll need Starlight, but that's fine. But yeah, AO's pretty well done here. A hamster. What's the hamster for? That doesn't look like a Soviet flag? Very observant of you, Secret. No, it's Surrect. Oh my gosh, my bad. So what's the maximum range? I was saying it was off this dune. So yeah, I mean, that should be fine. We'll see what they do. Well, so what the U.S. forces don't realize at the point of this campaign is the Argentinian government is the German government. But, you know, they've been being played by that government, so they think it's just a friendly regime to them. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of... I actually don't know how they're going to do this AO, which is quite curious to me. They're going to find a way to sneak in. I just don't know what angle they're going to do it at. And what they're going to try to check, because not a lot of this is heavily marked from the actual map's POV.
The same place. And we can't go, like, fucking there.
Yeah, we can't go there, we can't go near this.
We can't go, like, fucking here, I think he said.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Was a bit more closer.
Guess we could drop somewhere here.
So you guys see where it gets to like this brownish? Let's assume the brownish is the border. And then for the bottom part, it's like that. All right.
Right.
Brownish.
Are we doing a day-night cycle?
No, it's going to say this type of color throughout. No darker, no lighter. If anything, slightly darker.
So it's 5 PM that I am.
Yep. Stealth is optional, yep.
Bro, is it wind trigger?
And again, this is 1 life, if I didn't state that already.
So, do we want to go in from the southwest or the
Or do we want to
southeast?
send the team to both sides?
That could work as well.
Because different
Yeah,
angle provides
one
different
kilo.
view.
Yeah, we can look around and then we'll just regroup if we need to hit the base.
Yep.
Yep. Tiger can take the southwest.
green will go in southeast then.
I think the northeast, yeah.
I suppose where we start the staging point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could do something like that, I guess, or maybe I don't know for the last part of the journey, and have people drop off maybe around here, so that they can send the two teams like that, given time for the team to get into for us to get into position, and for the other team to basically take the detour and get landed. So we're all roughly on line at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's a kilometer, 2 kilometers each way, so that's going to be 5-minute jaunt.
So I can fly the helicopter between the air base and the base on the ground through that little corridor. I don't have to go all the way around that other military base.
Well, it still brings in the fear that we're going to be on the ground before them, and they're still going to have to get there and start walking. So it's not going to make too much difference. But the principle still remains the same. So yeah.
Yep.
Where do you want to land the Nosh? Use the foliage. Where do you want to land, Nosh? Use the foliage. Because otherwise, if we land all the way down here,
you'll be walking too far.
Yeah, so like here.
Yeah, I was thinking somewhere between this.
Yeah.
2 lines of foliage.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna ignore it at this point.
Time to basically walk and see if there's any like higher positions on the way there, because the coloured map is a pretty fucking shite.
Yeah, there's like a small hill here, small hill here.
Yeah, there's a radio tower on the route. Yeah. Circle.
Okay.
Let's do that then, and then Lunosh, green and black will get off there, and Tiger will go land at their LZ.
There you go. Okay, sounds good enough for me.
LZGB. That is the name around LZ. LZGB.
EBGBs.
Yeah, if only we had a T. Oh, if only you were landing with us. LZGB.
Alright, so am I having the chopper land at LZGB first and then Taiga?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're ready, board the chopper. Give me a minute to set the LZs, and I'll just call in 5-0 when you're ready. Okay. Let's do invisible helipad there. Roger, stand by. Yeah, I think I make that work as well. All right, let's get it going.
Copy that.
It's going to be a transport unload. Alright, where do I want to be? Let's put a T-FAR tower down right here. Disable the model, teleport myself over, hide the Zeus. Cool. This is High on 5-0. Let me know when you want the chopper to lift after it's landed at LZGB, and then it'll proceed to LZ Taiga, and then proceed south, and then hook around back to the staging point break. From there, it will then land and await for you to be break. Disregard last. It'll wait for you to call in an extract with an LZ. You're gonna have to then give me a grid ref. I won't follow map marks, and then I will send it to come pick you up, and it will head back over. I want to disable the damage of the chopper itself just in case, but... Now you got the Huey coming in. It extends the range of my radio. Yes, it does. The T-FAR tower, at least. Now I just gotta hope that transport unload marker works.
Olive Tiger, Olive Green is out.
Chopper clear to lift.
Yeah. Olive Black is out.
Chopper lifting, proceeding to LZ Taiga, over.
Cool.
So by the way, this is the light, and I have my my own light interface put on right here. So I think they are gonna walk over to that tower, so I'm probably gonna have to move my position. Just running that around slightly. Here, we do control. Okay, they don't have the other thing marked. There's a chopper flying by the little radio position. But again, this is just meant to be a simple reconnaissance and then assault job. I get rid of the LZ since I don't need it anymore. So there's a military base down here. It flew in a bit close, but it was still lower than the base, because the base was a bit tall in that basin. Let me just verify. Yeah, there's not really a good LZ position here. Everything's pretty badly sloped. This is probably going to be my best bet, but even then it's a little close. So I'll try there. All right. So thanks for joining me in the watching of this little spec op. Forces are landing at LZ Taiga. Be advised, co-pilot is going to land you about 200 meters south of LZ. It's a better LZ, and they're more comfortable landing there. Over.
That's fine.
It's going to be on the top of the ridge instead of further down. They just don't want to land on something sloped. Over. Be advised, clear me when you want the bird to lift, and then bird will proceed back to staging point. Over.
Tiger.
I'll go over that in a second, Lux. Let me get this bird landed, and then forces pulled back, and see how things go.
Tiger's out. Clear to lift.
Acknowledging clear to lift. All right. So, objective today is to simply recon the airfield here. See if it's Argentinians or Soviet forces at it. and go from there, try to figure out who it is. I have a lot of flags around. I want them to try to see if we can find, if they can spot one of these flag icons, for example. After that, objectives will be as follows. They have the choice of doing at least one of or as many of these objectives as they want. Destroy a fuel depot. Destroy their main radar site. Destroy any communications towers that are in the AO. Or destroying any aircraft. Or destroying any ammo vehicles. Each one will affect the campaign in a different way. Some bigger than others. Okay, so they are going to head over here, so I need to change hills. But I need to go to a hill that probably won't be harassed. So we can go right here. Just to turn away from that base. So it's reconnaissance, and then demolitions and sabotage, and then pull out before QRF outright annihilates them. So we'll see how that goes. Again, major military base. We'll see what they decide to do with it. They're going to be fighting dudes with semi-auto and bolt-action rifles, but that'll quickly change into dudes with STG-44s if they really want to test me. Now, real quick, medical, torso, check pulse. I should get a number. Oh. Interesting. Technically, if I make a hard copy of you, am I able to then check? Because you'd copy the stats over, you would think, right?
Hi, this is Tiger.
This is Tiger, send message.
Do we know if the Argentinians have any rotary assets or where they are from?
So, to our knowledge, the Argentinians didn't have any rotary assets at all. Same with planes, but we have noticed that they've started building the infrastructure for such pieces of equipment. Over.
Copy that. Well, Tiger's already got eyes on 4 times choppers. I think I can see at least 2 red stars on 2 of the choppers.
Roger, those could potentially be Soviet aircraft. Continue on your reconnaissance. Over.
We'll do, marking them.
Yeah, so it might only be the medics that are set to match, which I'm fine with. I'll just adjust things accordingly. There's no QRF yet because the AO hasn't been aggroed. I guess at this point now that the chopper's done, I can do the side affiliations here, change side relations. We can set that up. But again, I have the spotting stuff super duper low right now. And the time of day is 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's not 6 o'clock yet. I think it's 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. is the cutoff for when the AI recognizes day and night. But I think that's also set by map, so it might be altered, but I usually use that as the rule. Yeah, this is about 1960s. This doesn't what look like... Wait, what? Does the map still say wetlands? My bad. It does. Whoops. It's supposed to be Sanagasta. That should be updated now. Sometimes I hit the OK button and it doesn't actually initialize, so... Oh well on that. But yeah, these guys are pretty much doing all the reconnaissance they can from this position.
They have an extremely high defense. Oh no, I think the text is not loading for me or something.
So each of those contacts, but there's enemies in them.
I think they have Mosins or Car 98s mostly.
Alright, one more thing I want to do real quick is add-on options. I want to turn my render distance up.
The vehicle hangar to the northeast.
View distance limiter, let's go ahead. I want to turn that off and let's set this to about 4 clicks today.
Oh, they have lots of helicopters.
barracks in there.
That gives us a little more render distance on them.
One vehicle moving up towards barracks, looks like.
It sounds like you're throwing nades.
It does sound like he's throwing nades. That did freak me out. Good God. And then they got Sam on the rear.
3, 4.
So, fun fact. These are the workable helicopters they pulled from the airstrip in Mission 1. And these are the destroyed wrecks that they pulled out of the airstrip as well from just towing them. So the ones of interest to blow up are these, but I'll also tell them that they can demo the wrecks, and that'll also affect the scenario itself. So they got black team completely coming around here. They got green team going around as well. I believe their thing's written on group chat. But yeah, they're going to basically start just crawling into these AO. So by dividing into the 3-4 man teams, they're going to make this AO a lot tougher for them if it goes tits up. So we'll just have to see how things go. What was the precursor up to this? The 2 Argentinian ops we've already done. Because that draw the ire of the United States to kind of look into what was going on.
Hi, this is Tiger.
This is Hi Sun Message, Tiger.
Unknown what the Argentinians are using, but I spot a red flag with a white circle, but can't tell the mark on the middle.
Roger, that might be one of their military flags, because that's certainly not their state flag. See if you can get a positive ID on it. I'll go through my liaison to try to figure out what military branch that might be. Over.
The Guinness Book of Flags. Oops, I think no, it's still a bit too far to make out, but it might be a cross on the flag.
Across, Roger. Standby, over. Across, yeah, okay. It's the Argentinian Aviation Templar Division. The AATD, yeah. That sounds about right.
Can you guys tell what's on the flags?
Something red and white, I think. For red and black, I mean.
Red base, white circle, black something in the middle. You know, it's probably the Nazis, ain't it?
Yeah. I think so.
It was the Nazis, wasn't it?
What's the H and G in those bunkers?
Oh, I can't tell from this one.
Yeah.
Here, let's check on the other team. So green team's about to get up to the basin, which is a bit more of a flat part to actually start coming up on the perimeter. We have a few dynamic patrols around, but they're very, very faint. And this is the single one that goes all the way around. Then we have a car patrol for the actual Vic, and then a few bunkers here and there with a rifleman and a marksman. Otherwise, there's a lot of ways to get through. I hope they brought wire cutters. Oh my god, they all brought freaking starlight scopes.
That could work.
So this team's probably going to try to go for the fuel depot.
Third. Do we just go for the fuel? And the possible radio tower that's on the map? There's 2 radio towers on the map.
We could sneak in, plant charges on.
Tiger team, this is Hi, message over.
Send it.
According to what we've been able to fact check real quick, we don't have any known branches of the Argentinian military that have what you described. Stand by for readback, over. Tiger, this is Hi. You said there was a red flag with a white area with a cross on it, correct?
Copy that. It's a white base flag. It's got a red base flag. There's a white circle and a black cross in the middle.
Roger. Well, again, the Argentinians are being very quiet about their military ops, so it could be a branch that we are unaware of. Break. If that's properly PID'd, I'd recommend trying to get closer to those helicopters you mentioned. Can you confirm that they have red stars on them? It's a stretch to say they might be Soviet, but if you could also verify the type of helicopter, that could give us some more information about this matter. Over.
It's a good copy. They look to be Mi-2s. Only 2 of the healers seem to have the red marking on them, though.
Roger, how many helos are there in total? Over.
For my position, I count 4 on the south side of the airfield and 5 by the runway.
Roger. Stand by. Over. Helsina Bridge, exactly. Oh. I'd play it, but YouTube doesn't like the F word.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's Argentina. See something on top of one of those 3 drums up to our 349. Yeah, right, this one. Could be a dude.
Tiger, this is high. Message over.
Send.
At this time, my higher-ups would still request more information. Is it possible for you or the other teams to get close to the enemy military personnel? Possibly enough to identify if they have any Soviet-type markings on them? Over.
Will do, I can try to get a bit closer.
Interrogative. Hi, this is Green.
This is high. Send message, Green.
Update on that flag. Red backing, white circle. White circle contains a black cross with tilted ends, and it's also rotated partially, resembling a flag from a few years ago.
Roger, so you're saying the cross is has tilted ends. Can you be a little more specific with that? Over.
It's one of the old Indian signs for peace, misused for political means.
Okay, yeah, stand by. Tactical windmill? All SOG teams, this is high. You are clear to attempt to infiltrate and begin demolition operations at this time. Over.
Black copies.
Targets of interest on the airfield, as restated in brief, would be fuel depots, enemy aircraft, enemy ammunition vehicles, enemy fuel vehicles, break. Any enemy communications equipment such as radio towers or radar, break. And a secondary would be any enemy vehicles, weapon caches, or the sort. Over.
Tiger copies.
Black copies.
Green copies.
Black to Tiger and Green. The advice our English heart is pretty flat.
I mean, it is possible, especially if they set up in 3 different teams. They could technically hit everything. Because you have the fuel depot there, the main radar dish there, communications towers in here, the working aircraft here.
There's 3. Which one?
And the
northeast one by Black Team doesn't exist.
Ammo depot there.
We're gonna have to push through open ground.
2 VIPs, one here,
pretty much the same for all
and
of
the
them.
other one there.
Black will start moving then. We don't have eyes on much.
Okay, Tiger's gonna go and try to take out that southwestern small compound and then move on to the healers.
Green will move on to the radar. There's also a hangar on the way. We can have a look inside.
Copy. Do you want black to cross towards you guys after we're done with ours?
Recommend doing so, but try and stick to the east side of the airfield so that you're not crossing across the tarmac.
Yeah, they come.
All SOG teams, this is High. Be advised, we have a U2 plane that's going to be doing a very quick break. Flight mission well over the AO to try to get some of these pictures of the helicopters break. Tiger, this is High. Can you give me some rough grid refs of where these helicopters are so the U2 can minimize its flight time? Over.
Good copy. Sending. First batch 4 helos at 087/194.
Reading back 087194. Confirm, Tiger team.
Confirm.
Roger. Awaiting second batch.
Second batch choppers 092/195.
Confirmed 092195. How copy, Tiger team?
Confirm.
Roger, you two will take approximately 10 minutes to take these images and get them transmitted to us. Stand by, over. Which technically is Ron, but stretching the truth a little bit. We're playing a video game. It's okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I was just at 5k back then, but now I went back to 2.5.
See if they'll walk. So we're gonna try to hit. We're gonna clear that first compound we have on the way, and then we're gonna try to get to the healers.
What's the deal with the radio towers?
If we have time, we'll disrupt.
Alright, another thing I want to do real quick is have these transport trucks ready to go. If I didn't already have them spawned. Yep, alright, because I'm probably going to have to be very quick to make some things on the fly. All things considered. Especially if I need to make some heavy technicals with AA guns in the back. And then these I'm going to put way in the back because those are all just debug kits. These are the 3 squads I want. Alright, now we're just waiting for time to get overhead. But yeah, they're really going to go for what I think they're going to go for. It's doable. It's going to be really tough, though. But at this rate, if they blow up the fuel depot and destroy the helicopters, that is going to influence the next mission. I don't think they've properly identified the main radar dish site, though. Instead, they marked something down here as radar. So I think that's going to throw them off slightly. We do have a mini radar dish here as well. That's also fair game. This one affects that outcome more than the other one, but that one does affect it slightly. Ideally, if both are taken out, then the goal is reached. But yeah, I have a document that has all the SOG missions written down and what affects what in the campaign. So I like to, when I'm letting my footage process and I don't want to either front log more videos or do mission dev, I'll, you know, just spitball on documents with text-to-speech and go from there. Yeah, when he's running out of fuel, I got to keep checking him. I'm going to have him come to the fuel depot over here and refuel.
Let's give him a warm.
Normally I just auto-fill it, but I'm like, no, that'll create a nice gap in the perimeter. Alright, we have another 6 minutes on those photos. This is nice to do, though. It's a large-scale spec op. Some of the SOG missions I have are going to be like this, where it's going to be doing some reconnaissance first and then choosing one to hit, but more of them are going to involve going in, absolutely annihilating everything, and then leaving. There will be a U2 pilot that they need to get, though. It's type of bright light style scenario. How much of the airfield has to fall for QRF? As soon as they report contact, QRF will start coming from this base. They have a 5-minute timer until the mission is called in or an explosion's heard or something crazy, and then they'll start coming in via trucks. And then I'll pretty much just have them dismounting on this roundabout, excuse me. Sorry, I was watching Deep Space Nine. And then deploying from there. It'll start with like 2 truckfuls, and we'll see how things go. So their goal isn't to take the place. It's more of a raid style op where they go in, they do something, then they leave, Mike. Most of this airfield is tied to the map. However, there's quite a few structures because this was a map built with 2035 assets that I just outright replaced. So this is supposed to be a vanilla battle tower, which are those big green, like, multi-story towers. This was a different building I changed out. These are all added in, but it blends in really well. This was in here. These are all changed out buildings, but a lot of these compounds... I have a VOD that I showed last night. These are all replaced. These are all replaced. That's all replaced. That position's also a different type of radar. I think the fuel depot is actually, I think, the only thing that's mostly intact. I had a bunch of those cargo posts, which are the 2035 military towers. All of those got replaced with these sandbag textures instead. I think on and off I spent 3 hours just changing everything here. Except the solar panels. Solar panels are important. You'll see that in the later SOG mission, actually. So I just wanted to rebalance everything. 4 minutes till I give them the note on the photos. And that's going to tell them about that they still need to blow up the wrecks. But if given the choice, just blow up the main ones and go. The difference is if they blow up the wrecks, then the Germans are not going to get Mi-2 helicopters for a very long while. But if they leave the wrecks, then the Germans will get them a little quicker. Probably by the tail end of the German angle where the player base is playing, so.
Green to Tiger and
there will be no
black.
Soviet involvement in this operation, no.
Tiger here.
Soviets
And
had
what
one
about
mission in the
relation
south,
to
and that got
approaching the
scuffed.
perimeter?
I'm going to use
Well,
Germans
we
and
must have started
Argentinians
the blue line.
interchangeably, Tiger, because in this campaign they are interchangeable.
Near Tiger.
I found one extra fence where it's going to 5 next to the
In
fence
the
of the bush
15 or
for
20
chunk of
years
time
it took
until
the
everything's
Germans
ready.
as they were leaving Europe to come here, they spent that time
Black spot,
secretly
black
changing
spot,
out everything in the
thing
government
that
to fit
goes-
their
there
interests.
might be a fence in front of them.
So this is their Fourth Reich, I would say. Now you see them crawling up right here. Where is the car? Oh, the car is coming up. I think, yeah, for the sake of keeping this, I'm going to set this to... I've noticed 1 and 1 sometimes gets a little wonky, so 2 and 2, for whatever reason, properly resets it.
Tiger's going to take a small change of plans. We're going to set demo on that big-ass radar to the west side of the airfield.
Yes! Now, again, that's going to be a major thing to help, but then the minor thing is going to be that one also needs to blow
We've just
up.
seen another small-scale radar as well on the north side of the airfield.
Copy it.
But there's a lot of things in this AO that affect the campaign. It's just a matter of which ones do they hit, which ones they don't. If they hit everything, oh my god, people are going to hate the rest of the German ops. Ooh. Righto, Mike. Feel free to ask any questions. This is one of the slower ops I do where I do have a lot more time to interact with chat, at least till the fireworks really kick off, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Also, all the kits are custom. Player-based ones, not so much, but they made their own, so it doesn't really matter. But all of these kits are handmade. So it's a mix of German and a few Soviet weapons here and there. Because again, this mission chronologically happened after the first 2 German ones, which does put it at a bit of an awkward tie because of, you know, yesterday's second German mission. We postponed half of it, so just got to work with what we got. It won't affect what happens in the second half of the German mission, which we're going to run next Monday, though. That won't be affected, thankfully. Yeah, so you got this patrol right here. This is the actual lighting right now. I just have a little light on, so it's a little more visible for you guys watching. But here you've got the SOG teams coming in. Let's see. All right. All SOG teams, this is high. Be advised, you 2 photos are coming in now. We're looking at them, but right off the bat, I do see something a little different between the 2 groups. Break. Group A, which I'm going to dub the group at, what was reported at 087194. The 4 rotary aircraft, those appear to be in full working order. I believe those are the ones you also reported seeing that symbolism on. Those should be a primary target for you guys, should you get the opportunity. Break. Helicopter Group 2, which I'm going to define at 093196. These helicopters appear to be not in operable condition. They might even be wrecks. Break. I don't know what exactly this faction is and why they have them here, because we're not seeing any battle damage on the airfield, so it's quite possible they towed these in. And if they are tied with the local Argentinian government, it might be possible that they're looking into these wrecks to also glean knowledge from them. Break. If the opportunity presents itself, consider putting a demo block on that group, 1 demo block per vehicle, and that should destroy them so there's nothing representable. Break. Out of character, guys, I have to use wreck models for those, but if you put a demo block and detonate the wrecks, it also contributes to the campaign, is what I'm trying to say. Over.
Okay. Alright.
In my lore fashion. So all of the, anything with this red circle around it and the name underneath is a player. Anything that doesn't have it is an AI. In this case, all the green guys are hostile, but it just is one of 3 factions. Blue is Blue 4, red is Op 4, green is Independent, also known as Green 4. But
Tiger's now closing in on the radar.
Yeah, they're on the runway. What's the fuel at for this guy? He's at 50. Yeah, so he still can go for another, like, 20 minutes before I have to refuel him. So another thing I want to do is anything garrisoned here.
Back to Tiger. Be advised, there should be a jeep on the north side of the runway.
I'm going to start individually grouping.
Be careful of it.
These AI. Simply because if I group them all together, then they're going to aggro together. So then everything else that's like on the sentry, for example, I'm going to ungroup. Because then they aggro the main group in the compound, and that's kind of unfair. So everything they're starting to go for is just going to be separated. But I do that for the sake of frames, because if you tie it all to one group, then it's okay. But if you keep the... once you do this, it just is... because when you make all these different groups, it just adds a little bit extra of load to the server. But I also do it for posterity's sake, because it's easier when you're editing all the AI to have them all under one group. But I don't think... yeah, the radar station here, this should be under its own group. But you notice as soon as I ungroup them, they move around. But because their pathing's disabled, it's fine. But that way, you know, when this guy gets shot, the guy all the way on the other side of the airfield isn't going to notice. Now, here's the fun thing. If I start hearing loud gunshots, that starts the 5-minute timer of QRF. If they are able to kill everyone with suppressed shots before they can get gunshots off, they Yeah, stealth will stay until something comes by and sees bodies. But if they body bag the bodies and move them, which I didn't tell them about as a feature, that's more of a common sense thing because half of these guys are vets of TSB. But I'll remind them next time about. But this is also the intro mission of I just want to see what they do. You know? So I'm sorry that I'm speaking in a lot of random tangents here. It's just this is how my mind works when we do missions like these. It gets a little messy. Yes, they're all within striking. Well, 2 of them are within striking positions. I have no idea what this team's trying to go for. I think it's going to try to actually like go in and infiltrate, which should be interesting. But as they do that, it's going to be a little harder for me to make these side groups. Don't get me wrong, I can do my best. Yeah, that one, by then it's too close. Not even a freaking reaction. And they're tied to the group. There we go.
Copy.
Yeah, there we go. So delayed a reaction, but now they're kind of looking around going, might have just seen some tracers. The question is, do they spot the units that come down or are they going to get hit? Nope, there's a loud shot. Actually, do I even hear that gunshot from over here? I actually greatly underestimated how loud that gunshot was. Okay. Or greatly overestimated, I guess is the better term. Yeah, no, it might have been... It might have been too far away, so we might have to actually wait for the car to come back around. Which, it's gonna take a hot second. Huh. Alright, so they put a satchel down on it.
Tiger, we managed to secure the radio tower with relative quietness. 1 or 2 shots were fired from the enemy's weapons, otherwise we have a charge stand ready to blow. FM. If you guys want a distraction, let us know, we'll dead it.
Yeah, we had someone else in the bunker, thought he just saw something. What? What was the point of that, sir? Thought I heard other shots, too. Alright, well, this guy's gonna start running for the command because he's still alive, so if he gets into this perimeter, then I can kick everything off because the gunshots, again, they're actually a little quieter than I thought. It's like, what are you shooting at? Where's that patrol car? Alright, he's on that side. These guys were taken out. Yeah, nothing was heard there. So far, so good. Those guys are hidden, so there's not going to be anything bad there.
What was the range on the clacker, the big one?
5 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah, so they might have heard the shots and they're gonna immediately get out of
the
dodge.
exterior of the silos. We had a little contact, so they might have heard it.
I need to get a runner back to the central area before I can throw an alarm. It's gonna really rely on that car. Because I completely underestimated how loud, or overestimated how loud these shots were gonna be.
Hi, this is Green.
This is High Sun message.
There's ID on enemy forces at the airfield, SKS and Mauser type rifles, helmet M56s, and then they're using SKS rigs and a VC type uniform.
Roger, so just a bit of a mismatch there, but they do have German weaponries and they have a German flag, so I think we all know where this is going. Alright, so they have seen the that firefight there. So now I just need them to kind of... Yeah, that's a radio tower position. Alright, when that car gets back, then we can start the 5-minute timer of calling QRF. Trench gun intensifies. I do have some guys in this AO that have shotguns. It's not him. No, is he up here? Like, one of the guys I spawned in... Yeah, shotgun.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
All right, come on, cut across the runway. All right. All right, I'm gonna start prepping the QRF here. All right. I think they'd be shouting at that point, but just buying them a little bit of extra time. Did you get out of the bunker? No. Let me go ahead and adjust global settings now that we pretty much have them. We're going to bump accuracy up to that. We're going to bump this number up to 50-50. Alright, they're going to go over there. I'll give it probably 30 seconds for him to run in and say, raise the alarm, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I do hear shots over there as well. This is going to take me a hot second to take me out of the game to load the sound file, but I do want to play some vanilla sound alarms just to let them know that things are going off right now. So that would be alarm, yeah, alright.
Hi, this is Green Team.
This is Hi, send message.
Potential officer spotted. Would you like us to capture him alive?
If possible, yes. Otherwise, eliminate. Over. He's gonna make a run for it. put it over there. 5-minute timer. We'll do it at 19:30.
Black 2.
Clear.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't write in a thing for them to capture. So I.
Black 2. Right?
Yeah, tracers.
Yeah, but Black might have created a bit of a nuisance. We're gonna see that enemy vehicle. Exfil D. Head back in north to hit the radio tower.
With that.
You know, there's shots coming from. No. Oh, yeah, close northwest. Am I good to return fire on thrust? Go. Yeah.
I didn't bring cable ties.
I think I did.
I brought cable ties. Come cable tie the guys on the west side.
I didn't bring cable ties. There we go.
Moving inside.
So I'm gonna have to add. That is gonna be more beneficial for them in the long run. But that is quite interesting. I didn't have something for that. But now I am gonna have to write something. So even then, I don't think of everything. They're like, yeah, we can capture it. And I'm like, yeah, you technically could actually.
Hi, this is the green team. We're smashing the radar console to stop it. The radar console? The alarm.
It stopped. I'm like, what radar console? Oh, you mean the alarm, don't you? Yeah, I know you mean the alarm because that thing's annoying as fuck. All right. Here, I'm gonna put one in there too. All SOG teams is high, be advised. We weren't expecting a VIP to potentially be captured. What we'll do is break. When you call for extract or find a safe avenue to get the VIP out, we'll send the chopper, pick him up, bring the chopper back to the staging point, break, and then we will go back in to pick you up. Over. Because I genuinely didn't have that plan, but it's like, yeah. It's like
Tiger copy.
The one SOG mission where you have to kidnap the convoy guy by ODing him with morphine. All right, 2 minutes. But, you know, it's all about thinking quick on your feet. And doing what you can in that regard. I'm totally going to have to make some Frankenstein technicals, though, which is going to be very fun. But I'm going to wait on doing that. So I guess since it was nighttime, I could also theoretically start getting some additional forces out. We're just going to follow the gunfire. So I have multiple barracks here.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Woof.
Amateur Dragon, thanks for the 15-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. But yeah, anywhere where I've got like civilian structures, for example, this is the first wave of QRF.
Green to Tiger, we can get those helicopters that are destroyed in the center of the airfield. We're just covering our guys. He goes to place charge.
Yep, so Devil going up to work on that now.
4 active ones up.
But yeah, I'm just waking up everyone out of the tents in the barracks buildings. So we got quite a few.
Advice, Tiger, I've got a small extract vehicle just to your northeast, next to one of the hangars.
Yep, we're also heading to the hangars to grab a bunch of G's.
Alright, 9:30. Go ahead and start sending these guys out. I'm hoping I don't have to do a large waypoint. But I might have to. Okay, no, it picked it up immediately. Sometimes the AI pathfinding gets a little difficult when it comes to that many forces. I'm also going to set these guys to careless hold fire so they don't dismount early. And then there's a second wave that I will prep later after another 10 minutes, and we'll be sending like 4 trucks. But all right, let's go back and also start getting on full-on squads here, because those apartment complexes can have more people. Now it's a matter of basically putting pressure on these guys, because this is where the gunfire is really coming from, and then bringing things out from over here. So far bodies, I can go ahead and start despawning. Where'd Soul go? Did he fold back? All right, cool. So I can delete all these guys then. But yeah, now the real combat's beginning. And they just shot that guy. I hope they know the Jeeps can only take 3 people, not 4. But I'm sure they'll figure that out. So the Car 98s are going to be fairly accurate as well, since I gave them scopes as well. So you got Dingy out here. Okay, let's have a look. And this tower right here, he's got an RPD and he's slowly firing down at him.
Nearest further elements.
They do need to start thinking about regrouping, though, with friendlies, because 4 people, even with a bunch of dudes with bolt-action rifles and German-era World War II weaponry, are eventually going to overwhelm 3 dudes with machine guns, you know? Starting to see them come out of these barracks buildings and whatnot. How are those transports doing? So they took a side road right here. They still won't be here for another few minutes, though. Worst comes to worst, they should have set the demo for timers instead. That way they could have forgotten about it, you know? But I get why they also set some of this. But so far, both of the radar pieces are going to go down. The main fuel depot is going to go down. That's good, because it's going to really hurt the Germans' ability to field any sort of aircraft.
Those 3 are dead. Looking back west.
You got this guy that's coming around now.
Nuva, you okay?
Is there a contingency plan for any SOG members that are KIA or captured? That's a very good question, Luxy, and I don't want to answer that one. Because all I can tell you is yes, there is, but I'm not going to give you the details on it. But very good thinking. I love how they still have Devil Demon. I think he's been planting charges on every single one of these. At least I think. Yeah, so he's got one right there. Yep, so he has. So all the wrecks are going to be destroyed. Great. That means the Germans aren't going to have any MI2s for the entirety of their playthrough. And then for a few missions even afterwards, unless something else happens, but that's
Black do read and Tiger. Do you guys need assistance with that?
Tiger's currently up high.
Copy. The Black spotted another hangar, not set up the runway. We're gonna try and go for that. It's near that 1x Jeep mark.
Yeah, so we got these teams right behind them. They don't even notice yet.
Black the Tiger, be advised. Was there anything at the radar far west side of the runway?
Oh, I'm looking for him. I just get immediately blasted.
Tiger?
Repeat.
Is there anything on the radar installation far west, the big one?
It is.
And then you can see the amount of AI they've killed at that little button. Sometimes it gets kept track of, sometimes it doesn't. So far, they've killed 72 dudes. It also gives, like, I think 3 or 5 points for vehicles and whatnot, and then, you know, more for aircraft, but that's all I got for the most part. All right, second wave of dudes. I think I only have, like, 20 dudes remaining in this compound. And then the last groups I'll do with 2 squads. I'm stretching it a little bit, but that's okay. He's bringing the HVT with him, which I find pretty funny. All right, another 5 minutes. I'll be spawning 4 trucks, and I might also include a techie, which I'll have to go and build. I'm going to quickly re-enable these guys as pathfinding so they'll dynamically move around.
Careful, don't take point.
It's Anna. Spawn points are... there's a module in Eden that I use. But then you also have to set it up properly, which is probably where your problem is. Every video I think I have shown off the process, but if not, I'll just DM me on Discord. I can quickly record something, put it unlisted, and send it to you. That's honestly how I do teach a lot of people things, because... You know, it's such a small thing, but, you know, you gotta do, like, literally 5 or 6 things to make it work, which is so annoying, but that's just how this damn sandbox game works. Alright, I'm gonna start deleting more bodies behind them. But yeah, hit me up on Discord, I'll get that done for you. I don't mind. So they got 2 Jeeps they're moving in with. At this point, I need to start getting on these guns.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yep. Alright, out of character note, the Rex won't despawn, but you can see that they're on fire, which means you did the objective. Over. Oh, I didn't get a crew on that other gun in time. That's okay.
Trucks after pulling in from the south.
Shit, okay. I see vehicles direct west.
The tanks are close to your attack.
Light them the fuck.
Tiger's taking AA5 from the northeast.
That annihilated Gizmo.
Hey, that black thing was it? Wait, one. She should be down. Black's pushing to clear out that turret A position.
I got that other guy. Alright, you got that first round of QRF. It's mainly this one team that's dealing with it. Again, you just gotta hope they don't get overwhelmed. They do have a machine gunner, though, Dingy with the RPD. But yeah, a lot of guys just dismounted. Next wave of QRF is going to be sent in 2 minutes, and that's going to have 4 trucks, which is going to be double of what I just threw down. It's, again, going to take like 8 minutes for it to get there, though, apparently. So they've got a lot of windows here. They got plenty of time. Those are continuing to burn.
Send in goat.
Hey, Just Boy, thanks for the resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Now, they could always also take those AA statics and then bring them with them and then mow down the choppers with that if they run out of demo. It was also meant to potentially be used on the Rex as well. But again, you know, only at that level of innovation should the player base actually think about it. Oh yeah, Mike, I mean, again, it's what I like to do, because as you saw with Anna coming in, I definitely don't mind teaching this craft. It's a really fun craft, in my opinion, but it is a very lengthy one in terms of the amount of time you got to spend doing it, or at least making things work, so I find it fun. I like to teach other people how to do it, because there's so many little things. Like this, for example, I had to re-script because we didn't have a Nazi flag in the Vietnam mod set, so I had to use a command and introduce a custom PAA file, which is a custom image file. Made specifically for this game. At least I think the PAA file types. That helps optimize images so they can be smaller or take up less file size, because there's a maximum amount of file size you can use. But again, so many little things that after doing this all for like 5.5, 6 years, actually April, May, June, July, yeah, it's almost gonna be 6 years officially. Since 2016. There's a lot for us to, a lot to learn, a lot to go over. Alright, so the rest of these forces are still slowly making their way around. Oh, okay, it's time for the next batch of trucks here, so let's go ahead and start sending everything. Alright, you're set to careless hold fire, awesome. Reset the Careless Hold Fire. Awesome. And there's something fun I'm going to add to this convoy. I just have to make it. Because I didn't think I'd make it, but after seeing how well they're doing in this AO, I've realized I do need to make it. And the reason we set these to Careless Hold Fire is so they don't aggro in the route by like stray gunfire and then dismount early. Because AI will do that. And if I need to change the dismount zone, I can do that on the fly. But alright, let's make our fun little stupid abomination. All I need is you. Put down. Disable simulation. I need one of you. Like I said, it's going to be disgusting. Disable simulation. Oh, drag glitch. How could you? Oh yeah, that's mean. I love it. Enable simulation. Alright, I need a fire team worth of dudes, and I have to drag this over manually. I guess hindsight, I could have pre-spawned or pre-made some custom compositions with that stuff, but, you know. Where's the fun in that? Oh, it only needs one? Excellent. Hey, buddy. Go commit war crimes. It is a 40 millimeter. Well, the only thing that can defeat a player base with a full arsenal is a Zeus with full access to the static bank of assets. Alright, looks like they blew this one up, but it didn't blow up properly. They destroyed the radar position.
On the northern side of the runway. We're proceeding eastbound and circling around the...
Okay, that charge did detonate, but it didn't blow up this position, so I'm going to go ahead and...
on the southeast side that we didn't get.
Here, let me,
Yeah, we'll go for that then.
Spawn a smoke pillar.
We are in 3 times off-roads.
Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we?
Put another one in here. Some assets don't have destruction textures, so you gotta, like, do this manually. But there was a satchel here. It did go off, because I don't see it here. So we have to mark that as destroyed. In one form or another. Alright, they've started breaching and eliminating this one position in here. Alright. It's not too bad. And they still have the freaking HVT alive. There's a second one.
Crippled, go, go, go. Take a moment.
Liru's being mean.
For now.
Bully the crippled one.
I need 10 seconds.
So the reason you can hear them is because all these guys have short-range radios, and in TSB we don't have radio encryption on. And every radio is preset to 60, which is the first team or squad, so that's why you can hear their comms. But yeah, I can be really mean.
Go.
And remote control and shoot at them. I love how they put tracers in the MP40 mags. That
This is Psycho,
just
we set
kills
charges
me.
on the 4 rotary craft.
Alright, this convoy's coming in. Again, it's very slow. And let's see, after the 30-minute marker is when I will literally just start putting entire freaking big groups of infantry to come down.
Black 2 all teams, be advised, I see a convoy of sorts south side of the AO. 4, 5 times zeros maybe. Probably is QRF, you might want to pull up too.
So I think that's this team reporting it, because they're out with Vix right here.
QRF south side of F.
Oh, that's cute.
5 times, maybe 6 times zeros.
Wow, they're actually blowing up the full-on aircraft carrier positions. Interesting.
Tiger's the only room for 3 in the vehicle.
So blowing up the infrastructure isn't going to get them much. They are filled with some bits of ammo, but it's not.
Copy, black will proceed.
It's not going to do much.
Black to green, we have no eyes on that radar installation you're talking about.
Sorry, what was it?
We don't have eyes on that radar installation you're on about.
They've killed about 131 infantry right now.
Yeah, so we're just gonna bypass.
Yeah, they marked a radar position there, but there's no radar, so I think that was just a mismark. They might have meant this position, the air traffic control tower. If that building does go up, it does affect things, but there's, you know, a little communications tower there too.
He's extracting each
And they just mounted in, so that Vic is the one we put the ammo box on, so that's meant to be a, an ammo vehicle to give other vehicles ammo, but when it doesn't have the box on it, it's just a transport car.
Nice guy, you got that green.
The other one was not a yeah.
I had him because he was sprinting around that corner. I did hit him,
Tiger's
but his weapon fires quicker than mine. So that was...
Copy, we're inbound east from the...
Oh, they blew up the fuel Vic there, and they blew up part of the fuel position. Yeah, so the secondary fuel position went down as well. I am definitely going to have my work cut out for me in setting up the next campaign mission. That's for freaking sure. All right, you got the Vics coming in 3 minutes, and then I'll start setting up the next group of trucks, because it's another convoy that's coming up from a different position. These guys I'm going to start setting up to aggro in a bit, but it looks like, yeah, they're coming up to pick people up. I think they have the room to pick everyone up between those 3 Vics, another 4 dudes. So I'm going to change dismounts here. And then the 5th car, this bad boy.
Alright, Tiger's loaded. We can get out from the west. We have a hold in napalms.
Alright, and that team's already getting out of there.
Copy, I'm letting one of you guys...
40 millimeters all the way back here. That thing will shred their transport cars, but it looks like they're breaking away that way. So I probably won't get the chance. All right, let me start getting the next wave of trucks down here. Yeah, that's close to the 30-minute mark we've got going here. I mean, if they completely bypass everything, then I might not have...
out towards Tiger LZ.
This is green. We're gonna continue moving southeast. We'll set up a secondary LZ for us.
Copy, black will follow Tiger. Will be extracted at the same post.
SOG teams, this is high. It sounds like you are all extracting. I'm going to put the bird in the air. Just call where the LZs are going to be over. Yeah, all right, we're good on that.
Solid car.
Lift up, baby. I need you. But yeah, no, that was pretty textbook. Did they have the demo on these choppers, but are they going to set it or is it set to a timer? Yes. Oh, yeah, no, the 40mm technical. There's another type of technical that I've been using 20mm cannons on. That's another staple of the German force here. I just haven't deployed it to them yet because they only have a limited number, but you will see it used by the players and the enemy later in the campaign. What did he just say? He said something, this was tighter. I thought I heard apple or something weird like that. Yeah, I wanted to see the 40mm fire too, but that would have shredded them. Oh my god, that would have shredded them.
Hi, this is Tiger.
Oh, he said hi. This is hi, send message, Tiger.
What was the ETA for the extract?
Extract is in the air at this time. It's loitering right now, just waiting for an LZ, over.
Copy that. We have Tiger and Black at LZ Tiger, ready for pickup.
Roger, do you still have that HVT, over?
Negative, that's on green, I presume.
Roger, he has priority at the moment, but the other team isn't ready. I will dispatch the chopper to LZ Tiger at this time, over.
Tiger, copy.
They flipped their Vic. No. They hurt themselves, though. Something happened. Alright. Be advised, if this is going to be the order we're taking things off, I'm going to land you guys back at base first and then send you back to the other LZ to pick up the HVI and the other team. Over.
Copy that. I guess no need to take us back to base, then we can just... Oh, do we have the room in the chopper then?
Yeah, that's the thing. I only have the room for the pilot, co-pilot, and then 12 of you. So there's 12 of you plus an HVI. So that's why I'm trying to juggle these logistics, over.
Good copy.
Be advised, LZ Taiga, if it's still the same one, wasn't viable. Pilot's going to land, I think it was 200 meters south on the ridge, over.
Yeah, that's a copy.
You're playing music right there.
Tiger LZ has been adjusted.
Roger. Oh, now they're doing this glitch. Stop it. Don't use the truck, just use yourselves. So I will... I'm gonna be mean. But just because I can. Hey Barb, how are you? What were you playing and how are you doing? English. English is hard. So this is gonna give me an excuse to potentially send infantry out to go do some of these guys. What just happened to Gizov? Uh-oh. Rest in peace his internet, apparently. Woo. Righto, Mike. Glad you enjoyed it.
Green Tiger.
This is Green.
How you guys doing? You able to get out of there safely?
Hey, we're just vibing off at LD Val at the moment.
Ah, righto.
Copy that.
Have fun with the tequila, man. Yeah, mission was about an hour 40. Short and sweet, 136 casualties, however that might change. SOG teams, this is high. Call over 5-0 when you're clear to left, over.
got hovercraft now. Clear to lift.
I teleport him in the chopper. They blew those up too. Did they not blow these up though? That's the one issue, because they have the charges on it. Do we have any other SOG teams still in the AO at this time?
Hey, green team is still in the AO.
Roger, do you have an LZ? Over.
LZ Val grid rare 118 182.
Roger. Be advised, I'm going to land these guys, and then we'll come back to pick you up. Over.
Solid copy.
Oh, there he go. Be advised, one of the guys in the chopper just had a heart attack and fell off. We now have room. Be advised, we're dispatching him to LZ Val at this time. Over.
Hey, Finn. Would you prefer smoke?
Let's keep it undercover. It looks like the pilot just flew over a hostile position. They could be potentially tracking us, so no smoke. Over.
Hey, Finn.
This means I can pick them all up, and then once we do that, I can then extract them. This would be hilarious if he hits the radio tower, though. Yeah, exactly, Barb. I mean, yeah, they'd ordered the 40mm techie gun truck, whatever we want to call it, to come back, but... Ooh, interesting. So they were just out of range for the other choppers. No, they weren't. Okay, they set it to timers, that's why. Oh, it makes me mad. Heli's also set, I mean, if the heli does take fire, I would disable its invincibility. I only have it set that way because I don't want to risk the chopper landing at a weird angle and breaking itself, because the terrain is a little weird, and I've seen choppers in FNF on this map do that.
What are you fucking idiot for a flare?
Did you just...
Hold on, lift.
Lift him.
Getting a bit.
Alright, I'm going to assume that that one's also set to a timer that will eventually blow up as well. Let's do a quick head count. They got the primary fuel depot, the secondary fuel depot, all the MI2s, one of the two VIP. I mean, they did a pretty good freaking job with this. All right, all forces, stand by for index. All right. There's a few radio towers they missed, but I mean, for what was on the table, they did a lot more than I thought they would.
Oh, nice. The helicopters blew up.
I killed 3 marksmen and a fucking pilot.
You got all 4 MI8s. There was, excuse me, MI2s. There was one that didn't blow up, but I noticed they were all on timers, so I'm assuming the 4th one was also on a timer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they would have, that one would have gone up too. You got all the wrecked MIA2s as well. You got the primary radar installation. You got 2 or 3 communication towers out of the 5 or 6 there. You not only dealt with one of the 2 HVTs in the AO, but you captured him, and I didn't have that planned. So now I have to figure out how that's going to factor in, because killing them would have affected something. Capturing them is going to do that, and then I guess give you more intel, but I got to figure out how. And now I need to see how fanatical the Fourth Reich is here, but we'll see. You got the, I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, the primary radar installation, the secondary radar installation, the primary fuel depot, the secondary fuel depot, because you pull up a fuel truck and it caused the secondary fuel structures next to it to also go up. But yeah, the only things you missed was the ammo depot, the second VIP, which was like in the heart of the compound itself, and the few of the communication towers. But again, like these were all of the possible objectives in the AO period. I wasn't expecting anyone to get all of them. I wasn't even expecting you to get half of that, to be honest. But you broke everyone apart into a few teams. You hit it from various different angles. You did a great job. I've got nothing bad to say. You literally left as 4 squads worth of dudes with MP40s and STG 44s and a 40mm on the back of a truck were pulling into the airport, so it was the perfect time to leave. And then they were also starting to deploy forces further south, which would have made the extraction a lot harder. They were just doing that deployment as the chopper was leaving LZ Tiger. And if you look down, they shot at you briefly as you flew over, but they would have locked that down with AA as well. I mean, that was great. I hope you had fun.
Yes.
Let's just go down the list because it's only 12 people. Skelly, thoughts?
Let's get him a warm
On a
welcome,
boat.
shall we?
All right. Jabokas?
Fun.
All right.
Nothing else.
Devil?
Actually, nice to see one of these kind of small scale sneaky breaky ops going perfectly.
All right. Dingy?
RPD go Decker.
Mac Marine?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
No, I'm good. Go
right.
ahead, Mac.
Mac?
Alright. People in Tiger did well. It was fun. Nice small kill up and some stealth. Good.
OSH?
Black did well. No one died.
All right. AFK?
Came over prepared. No, only packs, no other anything else. Had fun.
Grim?
Well, good. Have fun as a medic.
Revenge?
Yeah, definitely fun up. The map was a little empty, but that's the only bad thing I got.
So, to address that, 1, it's the northern side of the map, so, you know, anything north of that is going to be empty. 2, it's an airfield. And I will say the most densely populated areas were ones you didn't hit, but those were also where, like, you know, most of the enemy were. In the future, some of these missions are going to be more combat-oriented, but because this is the beginning of the campaign, it's going to mainly focus on reconnaissance and action based off of that reconnaissance. So I want to say by mission, I think 3 or 4 for the SOG campaign is when it'll start getting super combat-heavy. But right now it's more ambience, because I'm also going to use the AO for the German stuff and future ops as well, because this is me slowly building the map, because I'm replacing a lot of the 2035 assets with 1960s assets. So just bear with me. Sam?
Yeah, fun. M16 go.
And Sol?
Very good.
I didn't understand a word of that, but that's okay. All right. Hope you guys had fun. I will see you later. I just got to close out my stream. All right, so that is going to be it for me today. I said I might do a DayZ stream after. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm really tired. It's been a day, all right? And then I still have to make the emu up for Wednesday. So I'm probably going to do that. Not sure if I'll stream it or not. But, yeah, I'm going to go to bed. Yep, might be back on in a few hours. Probably not, though. But thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Tomorrow we have an emu op at 2:30, and then we're going to be playing with the 506 at about 9:30, which I'll be on the ground, and maybe I'll do another DayZ stream or something then. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally. Thank you for watching.